How I created my meal plan in 3 steps. A long time, I thought calories in, calories out, which is correct. I would go through the day counting every single thing that I ate and made sure that it was under the calories that I needed to lose weight for the day. I needed 2,200 calories a day to lose weight, and I just made sure that I ate under 2,200 calories. That was really hard because I would have to look at every single food, stressing out back and forth as to whether or not I should eat something, thinking, constantly strategizing on what should I eat every single day. That really consumes me. At some point I thought, if this is what people are doing to lose weight, then why bother? I mean, that's just too hard. All of that changed when I created my meal plan. How did the meal plan help? Well, the first thing is I figured everything out that I needed to eat before. So all of that stressing, all of that strategizing happened only one time. And for the rest of basically my life, all I needed to do was make sure that I was following my meal plan. That's it. If it's not on the meal plan, I don't eat it. I don't care if it's an extra piece of cheese. I don't eat cheese, but I don't care if it's extra 50 grams of chicken breast or an extra egg. They're all healthy foods, but it's not on the meal plan, so you're not going to eat it. The meal plan tells me exactly how much I need to eat and what foods I need to eat and when I need to eat. It's very simple. It's black and white. There is no decision making. You just either do it or you don't. Um, and you know that if you do it, you'll lose weight. That's simple. Number one, in creating my meal plan, and this takes about 30 seconds, is I calculated how many calories I ate. TDEEcalculator.net. I plug in my activity level, my height, my weight, and my age. I press calculate, and now this is how many calories I need to maintain is 2,700, but I'm trying to lose. So I simply subtract 400 from this number to figure out how many calories I need to lose weight a day. Step number 2 was making sure that my meal plan had best weight loss foods included in it. What are the best weight loss foods? 4 things: potatoes and sweet potatoes, apples and oranges, egg whites, and vegetables. Those are the best 4 foods for weight loss. Though these foods, when you eat them, make it extremely easy to not be hungry. Now, they're not the best tasting foods in the world because they have few calories, but they're really easy to stay full on, which is, I mean, you have to pay the price. You know, you can't be expecting to eat like the best tasting food on the planet and simultaneously the willpower comes in. Is you just have to use your willpower to say, I'm going to eat only these foods, and that's it. Step number 3, calculated the calorie values for every single food on my meal plan and made sure that I ate in the correct quantities to lose the weight. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet. The first thing you do is just make a copy. You press this, make a copy, and then save it to your own file. That way you can start editing it. Now what you're gonna do is this column right here, the quantities of grams. So for example, let's say in the morning I have my egg whites. I have 450 grams of egg whites, and then I have a pound of sweet potato. So my sweet potato, 450 grams a pound. So 387 plus 234. That's 611 calories, right? So 611 calories for my breakfast. You can also do Greek yogurt. Basically, all you need to do is just first figure out what you want to eat, and then you just play with these numbers. Like, okay, so let's say your breakfast is 800 calories, and then it's of something like oatmeal. So you go into the carbohydrate section, 100 grams of oatmeal. Oops, that's too much. That's too much. We're only 800 calories. So 100 grams of oatmeal for 380 calories. And then let's go into the protein section. Let's say we're going to add in, use protein powder, but let's say we use 80 grams of that, 260 calories plus 380. That's only 640, so we can probably add another 30 grams, 500 plus 260. So that's about 760 calories. So that would be a good breakfast for 800 calories. So now for breakfast, you need 80 grams of protein powder and 130 grams of rolled oats. That's your breakfast. So that's just an example. You can pick any foods you want, and this list is just the foods that I like to eat and the like healthy foods that I use. But if there's more things that you want to add, let me know. I can add it for you, or you could just Google it. Just type in whatever food you want. Let's say you like to eat bread. You just type bread nutrition, and then on the sidebar here, make sure you go into 100 grams, and then you just type that in. That's all. And I'll leave a link for my spreadsheet in the description. One mistake that I've made many times, and I want to warn you guys, or maybe not warn you guys, but I want you guys to know about the mistake that I made, was I did not pick foods that I really like to eat. Like, I was eating potatoes, chicken breast, and vegetables. Just steam all of it, put some salt, and then put it in a Tupperware. And I thought that I would just use my willpower to force myself to eat those like bland foods. It turns out that that was too much for me to handle. I overestimated how much willpower I had. So the lesson there was my first priority in creating my meal plan is to make sure that the foods I eat are at least 60 to 70% what I'm happy with. Like, obviously, it's not going to be like ice cream or sushi, anything like, I really like it, like 10 out of 10. But at least 6 or 7 out of 10 to where I just need a little bit of willpower. Like, for example, my lunch, which is wraps, that's like a 7 out of 10. I'm fine with 7 out of 10 because a 7 out of 10 tasty food, I just need to use 3 willpower to make it 10 out of 10. Now, if I ate something like plain boiled potatoes, which is a 3 out of 10 tastiness, then I need 7 out of 10 willpower, and that's just too much willpower. I don't have that much willpower. The most important thing for me was to find food, to eat foods that I like to eat. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions or you don't know how to create your meal plan still, leave your questions down below, or you can DM me on Instagram and I'll create your meal plan with you for free.